So if we want to check the effectiveness of broad match within our own accounts, as well as just trying it out, or better, trying it out through campaign experiments, which does have a lot of power and can get you a good answer quickly, here are 2 even quicker, simpler checks you can run. First, in the report editor, make a simple table with the dimension search term match type. Now this splits your impressions and the subsequent clicks and conversions and so on, not by the match type of the keyword that generated them, but by the match typing band under which the match occurred. So if you have a broad match keyword, some of its impressions will fall under exact match. Those that would have been matched had the keyword been an exact match keyword. Some will fall under phrase match, impressions that would not have been generated by the exact match keyword, but would have if the keyword was on phrase match, and some on broad match, those which are only matched by the extra capacity of broad match over phrase or exact. So first, simply throw in impressions and see how many of your impressions are matched by each of these match typing rules. You may have all broad match keywords, or you may have very few scattered within your account. Either way, this quick test still has relevance. First, it shows you what your keywords mean. It's often easy to slip into conflating keywords and search terms in our minds, and to see a certain keyword performing badly and on that basis maybe pause it. But the less tightly tied your keywords are to your search terms, and the proportion of impressions in these upper bands is a measure of that, the less meaningful the keyword is as a unit of control, and the less effective it is as a lever. For example, say the keyword pizza is doing badly. Okay, that's some information, but within the keyword pizza and among the search terms it's triggering, assume for this example that all of these have a meaningful volume. The search term pizza delivery is doing great. The search term pizza takeaway is doing pretty well also. Search term pizza on its own is doing okay. Pizza recipes is dragging you down. And at a glance, if you just look at the keyword pizza without reference to the search terms, this search term is what you might have in mind, but it is in practice, as so often, a small part of the picture. The report that we're discussing shows you how small or large a part of the picture it is. So in this case, what we want is not to pause the keyword and get rid of all the search terms within it, which in practice will probably migrate to other keywords, but again in a loose and uncontrolled way on the less refined match types. Rather than lose them all, we want to keep this search term and this one. It's this one that we want to lose. So the sticking plaster approach here is to add pizza recipes as a negative. But negative-based keyword optimization is a constant game of whack-a-mole, and the more of your impressions that are falling within the broad section of the search term match type table, the less control you wield with your keywords, and the more you have to rely on that uphill battle. Then, as a more direct evaluation of how the match types are performing, add a success metric to this table. Now, if your broad matches are actually performing well in practice in terms of ROAS, in terms of CPA, then you could argue you don't have a problem with this setup, and essentially it means broad match is working well for you. Running this kind of report at an account level is a very quick overview of whether broad match is working for you in your account, but we always want to get more granular than that, and of course you can attach this to a particular campaign or indeed keyword. So running these quick reports is a very useful way to evaluate the performance of different match types in your account, and crucially the incremental effect and the incremental value that broad match is or isn't providing. So how well does broad match work in practice?